Hello everyone, greetings from sunny Germany, from a pretty little town Kerpen. My name is Svetlana Mucha and I'm the leading matchmaker and dating coach at Diolli.com. And I would like to discuss a very important topic with you. I want to talk about managing your dating expectations. Right now, I won't be talking about your expectations regarding your dating partner, that she has to be 20 years younger, blonde, she has to have blue eyes, etc. We're not talking about this. I want to talk about the whole dating process, the whole concept of dating. Because very often people have these expectations that once they decide that they are ready and they really want to meet someone, that this is the time that this year I'm going to finally have a girlfriend and next year I'm going to get engaged and get married. So many men and many women think that they can choose the time when love will just happen, and pretty much it's only up to us and up to something else, some chemistry, some energy, that love will just magically happen. And pretty much all you have to do is add a profile to a dating site, hire a matchmaker, go out to the bar or attend a single events party or go to the friend's wedding, and it will be it. And then reality hits, and sometimes it's like hitting the brick wall, because people go out with this beautiful lady from Tinder and she doesn't look like her pictures. Or a man goes out with this beautiful lady from this website and she looks like her pictures, and she is even more charming, and she has a very pretty smile, and she is funny, and she is all this man has ever wanted, and he thinks that, wow, like she's the mother of my future kids. And when he asks her out on a second date, she said that, unfortunately, I did not feel chemistry. Unfortunately, the sparkle was missing. I'm not interested. So many people think that, wow, are a disappointment. How come? I just want to find true love, and it has to be easy. And well, it's not. And then this man goes out on a second date with a second woman, third date with a third woman, and he feels again disappointed because, for example, the next woman, he didn't like her as much as the first lady, and the next lady, she didn't like him that much, and people get frustrated. How come? I just want to find someone. Here I am, this decent looking, kind gentleman with traditional family values, with stable income, good job, respectful. How come I can't find the right woman? What's wrong with these women? And very often nothing is wrong with these women and nothing is wrong with you. Dating is a process. People forget about it. Some people can claim that he had a friend, and this friend he was not dating, and then he went out to that party and he has met the love of his life there. Well, you haven't been in the shoes of that friend of yours. You don't know the whole story. So often the story is that a person has tried dating for years, he had a failed marriage, his ex-girlfriend has cheated on him, and his last 3 Tinder dates did not show up. And then the lady he has met at that party, she actually has returned his interest, and after getting to know each other, they both have realized that there can be more to it. Usually our memory, it plays tricks with us. It shows everything in pink, so-called pink retrospective, when we romanticize certain events and we forget about all the negative things. But trust me, most of your married friends and your acquaintances who are in relationship, they have faced numerous disappointments. It's so rare when they both have met and fallen in love with each other in high school, and they both still share same long-term goals and same values, and they still find each other interesting and attractive. It's very rare, because in the majority of cases, by official statistics, such young marriages, when people get married after high school, in college or right after college, In the majority of cases, such marriages, unfortunately, they end up with a divorce because it's very complicated to know what you actually want in this life and who you are and whom you need by your side when you are 22, because you are lacking this life experience. So unfortunately, sometimes the fact that you're merely physically attracted to her is not enough to actually build a lasting relationship, to build a lasting marriage that will survive not only the 10th mark, but the 20 years mark, 30 years mark, and like 50 plus years mark. So sometimes people get very discouraged when, for example, the third lady they are meeting by using Tinder, or even after hiring a matchmaker, that she turns out to be not the one. And people start thinking that something is wrong with all these women, with this matchmaker, or with this planet, with love in general, because I can't find what I'm looking for. Well, if you just had 3 dates with 3 different women, these were just 3 dates, and it's too soon to give up on love. I really like it when people who join our matchmaking service have actually dated before joining our matchmaking service. But more common is the scenario, and it is getting more common after the lockdown, when people haven't been dating for a few years, and when they join us, the ladies we introduce the gentlemen to are their first introductions or first dates in like 5 years, 3 years, 7 years. So to expect that the first lady you will meet will be the one, or the second lady you will meet, or even the 5th lady you will meet will be the one, and you won't ruin the dates, well, that's a bit, I would say, not naive, but too confident, because you can sabotage the date, she can sabotage the date. There is a strong chance that you will like her, but she won't like you, or vice versa. She will like you a lot, but you will find her less attractive. It's okay, because we are all human beings and we all are emotional. And actually, once you go out on several dates with several people, you learn more about who you are and what you actually need and want, because many men assume that everybody wants to date them, because he is male, because he has a PhD, because he has his own company, or because he is a university professor. So everybody has to be willing to date him, and he's such a great catch. And of course, sometimes with this attitude, men dismiss really good candidates, because they can think that, okay, this woman has showed interest in me, for sure I can aim for someone younger, taller, more beautiful, or someone who has never been married, someone who is a Capricorn, etc., like many new additional criteria. And the gentleman dismisses this date. Then he starts going out with other women, and well, one lady turns him down, the other lady turns him down after 2 or 3 dates. With the third lady, she is beautiful, but she is not as easygoing, not as sweet as, for example, his date number 1 and number 2. So in many scenarios, people don't appreciate a good candidate once they have met him or her. I see it with ladies as well, that she went out with our client, and she had a good time. They have met for a second date, but she thinks that, okay, maybe I should wait a bit. Maybe later on I will meet someone who is better. Like this guy, he is great, he's good, I had a good time, he brought me flowers, he's sweet. But hopefully I can meet someone who, for example, doesn't have a kid from the first marriage, or someone who is a bit younger or a bit taller. And then she goes out with another guy she has met from Tinder or elsewhere, and she understands that the previous guy was better. So it happens too. So to set yourself with these expectations that you will meet the first lady and you will fall madly in love with her, that you will like her and she will return your feelings, or that you will feel butterflies in your stomach, like insta-love with sparkles, insta-chemistry. That's a bit naive. So when you start dating, when you decide that I'm ready to meet someone, you have to understand that it is a process, and it's very likely that you will have to invest a year, maybe 2 years, not just a couple of months, to meet someone. Of course, if you hire a matchmaker, we will suggest you the dates and we will get you the dates. So we will save you time, because you won't have to hunt for these dates on your own. Talk to these women, approach them, and invest time and energy, court them to make her agree to go out with you. So we will bring her already for you for the date. But we can't guarantee you that there will be chemistry. We can't guarantee that she will choose you back. We can't guarantee that you will choose her back. A lot depends on you, and a lot depends on your dating karma. Yes, I believe in dating karma. I have seen it so many times when gentlemen dismiss really good candidates because they believe she lacks something or he can do better. And usually, like dating karma, it can joke with people. It has a sense of humor. She will find a woman who, in opinion of this gentleman, is tall enough, young enough, sexy enough, but a dating karma plays a trick and the lady turns a gentleman down. Very often I tell our clients, both male and female, that it is very important to actually experience a bad date. What do I mean by a bad date? A situation when she was like 30 minutes late and she didn't apologize. And the whole date she was more interested in her salad and the shrimps in her salad and olives than in you. She was talking on her phone, she was rude to the waitresses, she was telling you about her ex, she was not attentive to what you were telling to her, she was interrupting, or she has started crying out of a sudden, or she get too emotional telling that she already can tell that you will have beautiful babies right on the first date because your eyes and her lips, it's such a rare combination. So once you have such a strange experience, a really bad date with a strange person or a nice person who has a very strange dating attitude, you will appreciate good dates more. Because as a matchmaker who interviews tons of ladies, together with our psychologist Alessia, we are meeting so many weirdos every week, and so many really strange men and women who have very strange expectations and very strange understanding what is love, relationship, what a man should look like, what he should do before the date. Like one lady said that the gentleman, before meeting her, he should send her flowers and flowers to her mother, and if they both will like the flowers, then she will say yes to her date. Or very often ladies demand to know the exact date and time of his birthday because she wants to make a certain calculation or to go to her astrologist, or she wants to show a photo of our client to her friend to ask her opinion. Or, for example, she's telling you that, you know what, Svetlana, I'm still officially married, like first interview with a lady, but I really don't love my husband, though he doesn't know yet about it. But I think that I have to try dating, and if I meet someone better, then I will divorce him. But not until I actually meet someone and fall in love and he proposes. And it's a mad scenario. Of course, we haven't taken her into our database, but I believe she's somewhere there on Tinder or any other dating apps. So she has a husband, she lives with him at home, and at the same time she is looking for a replacement, and she hopes to meet a guy and to build a relationship. And once he proposes, she will tell her husband that, you know what, I'm marrying another guy. So there are many strange people or men who claim that, you know what, I'm 57, but let's tell the ladies that I'm 42. But you look 57. Yes, you look good for your age. You're athletic and you have a full head of hair, but you don't look 42. So there are many people who have very strange attitude to dating. And of course, we filter such people and make sure that our clients are not meeting them. And when our clients are meeting, very often when they are meeting a nice lady who has very realistic expectations about dating, about herself, about her partner, she has really invested time and she put effort into looking her best on this date. And during their Zoom dates, she did her makeup, hair, she put on a nice dress and even nice shoes, because we always teach ladies to actually make effort to look good for your Zoom date, because it is a date and you have to treat it as one. Though some ladies and gentlemen neglect our advice, and of course then we can't guarantee the results. So when our clients are meeting a lady who is a decent, normal human being and who treats him right, she is polite, she is not ordering the most expensive dish in the menu, she is listening to what he is saying, she actually makes effort to understand him, she is asking questions, she has invested time into reading about his city or about his country or the company he works for, to try to understand him better, and he thinks that everyone will be just like her, like all people are like that, and all people have a normal, decent attitude. No, they don't. So when you expect that your first date with the first lady you have met within the last several years will be the one, that's a bit naive. Of course, I can think of maybe 3 or 5 cases when the first lady we have introduced a gentleman to has turned out to be the one, and they ended up getting married. But such scenarios, they are very rare, and usually it takes multiple attempts and yes, some disappointments, because it is disappointing when you go out and you try to do your best, and for whatever reason she says that she's not interested. And it is disappointing when you go out and you think that she will be all these qualities, and for example, during the date your expectations are not reached. You also feel disappointed, but that's your attitude. If you think about every date that in your opinion did not go well, wow, I'm just one person closer to meeting my person, and with this attitude you go to the next date when you're actually thankful for the date because you have learned something new about yourself, about women, you have practiced flirting. Okay, for whatever reason she has decided not to meet you again. That's her choice, and that's her life and her story, and you just have to move on and meet another person. It doesn't mean that for your next meeting with the next woman you will come with this attitude that, oh, I have been on 2 dates before and I've bought them flowers and I've paid for dinners and they both have turned me down, so I'm not paying for this dinner. We will split and I'm not buying you flowers. I will buy you flowers if we make it till the date number 3. It's not your fault, and this attitude will just get you a no from her. So try to be realistic, try to be optimistic. It is very important to have optimistic attitude. Don't forget that dating, it's a skill, and even if you have hired a matchmaker, we are not a magic pill. We won't make you 10 centimeters taller or 20 kilos slimmer, or we won't make you more flirty or easygoing. We can set you up on dates, we can introduce you to the ladies whom otherwise you won't be able to meet on your own. We can get you the feedback, dating tips, but we are not magicians. Same with dating platforms. The fact that you did a decent photo shoot and now you have nice photos, it's not a guarantee that you will meet the one. It takes time. When you buy a gym membership, it doesn't make you automatically slimmer. You have to actually go to gym, you have to work out, you have to hire a personal trainer very often, because sometimes people, I can't even explain what they are doing in gym with those machines. It looks so funny. You have to keep to the diet, because if you end up your evenings like eating very unhealthy steaks and drinking beer and lots of red wine, well, gym won't help much. So it is a process, and I encourage you to be optimistic, and I encourage you to think about it as a process. Don't set goals that I have to marry this year, or I have to have a girlfriend till August, or I have to have a girlfriend till Christmas holidays. Of course, if you have realized that meeting someone is a priority, you have to invest time into it, you have to invest effort, you have to put yourself out there to meet new people, to hire a matchmaker, to join dating platforms. You have to invest effort, because just waiting that love will happen, no, it won't. Guys, I hope that this casual format was okay for you, and I hope that this video has inspired you to think about dating as a process, not to expect that your date number 1 or date number 2 will be the one, and if she is not the one, then the world ends. No, you have to get your dating experience, and everyone has his own dating experience. I want to wish you lots of love. Svetlana Mucha, specially for Diolli.com from Kerpen, Germany.